Hey everybody, this is Dan from Valar Morghulis, All Men Must Die, and today we're doing a war recap against Los Ocultos. This here was not an arranged war, it was just a random farm war, and we happened to be matched, thanks to Supercell, against the exact same clan 35 days later. Comparable victory here. I think we missed a star in their very top, but we actually cleared all the 9s, and they came up with actually better bases this war. So at a Town Hall 9 level, we're definitely improving. Some of the stuff with the Queen walks definitely was the key here to 3-star a lot of their 9s. Really did a good time on a total destruction this war, and they had a few really good hitters on their side, but they were carrying some go wipers, so they got the loss. Now, our 6-star hitters here will be Sursama, good job, dude. Beto, good job. Myself, yay, and Methodon and Phenom, cool. One of our newer guys. Let's check out a few of these. Alright, here's Mills. He's beating up a Town Hall 10, but it just goes to show you the power of Town Hall 11 when it comes down to Town Hall 10. And, you know, this here's a maxed out base, man. There's really nothing wrong with this base. It's just a very common base that was used to hold off, like a whole lot of golem Town Hall 10 kind of attacks. So then you have to bring all your spells to jump in order to set your funnel right, because the whole base is this massive island that you travel around, and everything in the middle just murders you. And it's hard to get into the middle because there's just a ring of trash and defenses and all that, and all the golems will never proceed in because they're all non-defense buildings surrounding the island. But witches don't care, and when you have a warden backing them, and you have level 3 witches, there's an entire wall of skeletons. That's a really good freeze there, good job. He pretty much hit the queen, and he almost nailed the clan castle troops, but he nailed the inferno as well, at least for the intro. And then with the warden ability, everything, and the rage there, the wall of skeletons move in, they are vicious, and they chew everything up. He still gets a rage and a haste in the bag. Haste is even good with skeletons because it allows them to just fly right on a target. The more spacing you have from your witches to the skeletons in the front is just going to work out better. As you watch the mortars strike the skeletons, just know that every single skeleton gets blown away, and you don't need a mortar to lock on your witches, because I'm not sure what it works out to be with the level 10 warden, but I believe it's 3 strikes from a mortar in order to kill a witch without the warden. So we're looking at probably 5, I'm guessing 5, maybe at least 4. And you know, considering that mortar shoots every 5 or 6 seconds, I forgot what the numbers are off the top of my head. That's just a lot of time when there's so many skeletons just rolling out from witches. I mean, they've already started to cave and crumble, but anything with the queen chasing it has been just chewed up, and all that stuff's been destroyed, and those witches actually stayed alive, and there's still more skeletons to be had, and we got the 3 stars here. I'm gonna give you the 4x. Boom, comes up top. Could use some cleanup troops. Oh, the attack could have been better. Oh, dang it, Mills. Nah, I'm just kidding. 3 stars, man. Good job. And then we're going to move down over to here. So we got Methodon. This here's their top Town Hall 9, Alexander. I didn't even like this base. I looked at it, and I'm like, ooh, man, you know, I got my special move, but there's so much trash on this side that I just hated looking at it. And I was like, whatever, I'm going to claim something within my range. Methodon, he doesn't give an F. He's going in. He's going in using the Quake. I guess it's maybe called a Quake Walk, because you're quaking open a base. This stuff doesn't work well with jumps. She needs to be able to freely transition there. But he's got that mortar's really got nothing on that wizard. It's got to hit him direct 3 times in a row. Boom, now the wizard's dead. But with those minions over there, he's pretty much given this queen no choice but to go into this base. And that's exactly what she's going to do. Now, here's where things get a little bit crazy. So a Tesla pops. He had a poison there. I don't think he was expecting a Tesla. I think this was a first attack. 3-star. We did a lot of this stuff here, first attack. But look at this health, man. Even with that poison, that queen's health is going down. Goes down to actually a sliver. So if that queen goes, then the attack is done. Because you really have 3 air defenses in the queen. A very nice queen, a 20 queen. Still left. Oh, and by the way, as far as the matchmaking goes, we definitely had an advantage on them in hero levels. I just gotta go and throw that out there. I think their best queen was like 25, and that was like our middle road. We have a lot of guys that have like a decent sized king queen now, but we actually don't have his queen or king on upgrade here, so he's going to be able to use that for an intro and some cleanup and all that. And what's nice about this attack is even when you do send your king in, we actually did it on a few attacks. If you send your king in, the healers don't switch off the queen, unlike HGH attacks where they like suddenly will switch to your queen and break off the giants and your giants fall apart. So with this kind of attack, I mean, he's just annihilating this base. I mean, how many air defenses have gone down? This base is done, guys. This base is done. All right, we only have that last air defense right there, and the sweepers are just not effective where they're at. So he's able to surround this base, and this is a little bit less loons than I like to roll with. I like to roll with 18 loons. He only brought, I think, 15, maybe 16. So you still get a good number of loons, but I like to completely surround a base. So we have our guys transition here, and he had enough lava hounds, enough penetration on this base to just really carve it out, and the lava hounds will just advance forward for tanking purposes, and we're just going to create more pups. So he had a real patient here way to deploy his loons. Still got one in the bag, and with those little bro skeletons, they're gonna help us pop our lava hounds. That's cool. But here it is. Boom, we got the pop. Skeletons go down, and we're good. And he still had one in the bag to help him out with the cleanup here. The BKs, and he's like, I got you. And the cleanup's gonna happen, man. It saves him a little bit on the initial attack with the BK. I always have him down. But there you go, Methodon. He stepped up twice and got himself 6 stars. I think that one of them was a first attack. Went crazy. Here's another one. So Anthony, this here was a first attack 3-star. This was the guy we could not 3-star last war. So I knew this guy. I was like, Anthony, where do I remember this name from? And I remember I looked at his base because we sent 6 attacks at his base. And the more I looked at it, I went back to that video. I think it was like the War 150 and 151 video. The more I looked at it, this is a new base. I was like, this base ain't that bad. I don't know what we were having problems with. Daniel ATX brings the win, and he does it here with the quake walking again. I don't know. I'm just throwing out that term. Well, maybe we'll call it something ridiculous. We're trying to make up lots of profanity. It's awesome. But anyway, so he gets a really nice funnel here for the queen. The queen's going to have no problem advancing forward. Now, there is a little surprise. Screw your wall breaker Tesla. But that wall breaker Tesla, the wall breaker was just made to test a small bomb. And once it locks in the queen, well, it's just useless. But then another one pops. So he had this base bunkered. But we entered it with enough wall breakers. I like it, man. Sometimes you just want to bring 5. In case if you need 3, bring 5. I like it. Would have compromised the entire attack if we couldn't enter at this point. But since we did enter at this point, and here's what's sweet, man. We got a level 29 BK in the lead. He's going to take so much pressure off us with just going in this base. Look at this, man. Everything's locking in. The BK, he's getting pooped on. So he activates his ability. It's going to help move the queen through the base faster. Is she helping us? No, man. She's shooting buildings. She shot an air defense. Okay, now she's shooting the dragon. After everything's dead in front of her, the BK is like, "Where? I thought you had my back, man. What are you doing?" So finally, she steps up, takes out the CC, and she's advancing forward. And the aggro range on a defensive queen is just massive. So that defensive queen is going to hop that wall, or at least piss off the queen that's about to move on in. And then she's going to go ahead and handle it. Puts down the rage, maybe a little bit early, but man, we had one and another one in the bag. So he's just like, I just need to speed this up, get this thing rolling. He does have 18 loons, and we got the two lava hounds. We know we have this in the bag, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get things rolling, and then he's going to have to switch back and rage. Boom, there's the rage, and then continue his loon deployment. Everything here was just well thought out. Boom, nailing the queen, nailing those archer towers. Still has the queen ability, so you know we got this, man. She will actually step up and shoot that other last air defense with the seeker mines blowing everything up. And we even have just completely surrounding this base with 18 loons. But we have the queen's ability there. Pups all over the place, advancing into sweepers. Pups are on the back side of that sweeper, eating it up, and everything in this base is moving forward. And there's nothing left. We have pups tailing us. It's going to be the 3-star here in about 30 seconds, giving you the 4x, man. Really smart play. I didn't see this coming. This was another thing. It just advanced quake walking, I guess we can call it that. Here's one. I want to show the second one here from Beto. So Beto, he's bringing the redheads, okay, and he's been experimenting with them. He's like, how many can I get away with and bring? Well, I like this attack. I'm gonna give you the 2x version of it because it's a real slow queen walk. But he's got this fat queen, man. She's been eating the donuts. 28 queen. She's gonna roll around the top side of this base, and she carves out this base. It's hilarious. Wait a minute. Am I talking about the right thing? We do send Valks. That was actually number 7 defender. He crushed both of them. So Queen is going to roll across the bottom of this base. He's bringing 13 redheads, sends them straight into this quad Tesla compartment. I think some of these were first attack 3-stars, man. He's just so much power from bringing 13 Valks, especially with heal spells. Pretty much he didn't even care if they had like max rank walls at Town Hall 9. 13 Valks spin. How many times he got to spin? 2, maybe 3 times, and then they're through the wall. So he doesn't even bring jumps. He's just gonna roll in there. I mean, why jump when you can just rage the Valks and they open it up? You have the double golems. Look at that. The double golems just sit there and soak everything, giving the Valks plenty of time to knock out all the the dumb buildings, the storages, the CC, the BK, the Queen, and the golems always advance forward and keep like soaking defenses. So at Expo, it's busy, so it gives plenty of time for like offensive units like the Valks to just sit there, chip away at that wall, and the Queen can roll it all the way around the base. So you don't even have to worry about the back end. It's only going to cost you just a couple healers and your Queen, and you're good, man. So as long as you can handle what comes out of the CC, this here's a very effective attack. He got away with it. If you need to double poison it if it's a dragon, but the double, if you have a dragon can really poop on Valks. Swagging the heal off on the right, man. He's just making a joke out of this. He's got the 2 big heroes, the healers, the Valks. The Valks are full health now thanks to the healers. Man, it's crazy. 3-stars, dude. Crazy. 13 Valks, man. There's Methodon going crazy again. We're going to show this one here from Sir Summa. I like it. It's a little bit of a clincher. So he's bringing the Govaho on this kind of base. Now there's lots of gaps on this base, and I do have a critique about it, but it's got a really good entry here. We're getting a nice wide funnel. Really essential to have that with the Valks. If you can eliminate the Valks' chance to run wild and crazy, they will go into that base. They're going to get that CC. They're going to get those heroes down, and they will cover you for the Hagen that you want to do. And then when you bring 3 heals for the Hagen, you're gonna do a lot of Hagen. I think the Hagen portion could be improved slightly. I'm gonna critique it, sorry, but we end up here at the end. The Valks, they get 1 heal for themselves just so we can keep them alive with those Teslas popped. The quad Tesla, it just had a really weird layout to it. We actually tried to hog it initially, and we got caught up around that north side there where there's that quad Tesla and the double giant bomb set. So he walls his hogs on in, and it actually causes him to have a little bit of problem because the hogs go everywhere, and then the heal spells are less efficient. So it'd be nice if we hogged it from like right to left or left to right or something like that. Starting from like 3 o'clock. I think it would have been sweet, but he was sending them in so that would kind of like avoid double giant bomb spots. So I get it. And with a hound in the CC, it's not doing a lot of damage to hogs, but it is doing something. It's doing 10 damage a second, and considering that we had cleanup troops, only a few of them on the board. We had a couple wizards, and that's it. Little bro wizards helping us out down here. There's really not a whole lot to it, and the heal spells with the maxed out defenses can barely hold hogs alive. Another gripe I have about just hogging in general, I believe heal spells possibly need a new rank, especially considering that they're useless at 10 anyway. You know, start at 10 and above. But anyway, I don't know. That's all gripes about Town Hall 10. I think Town Hall 9, it doesn't need any more offensive improvements. 3 stars are the norm now. Alright guys, so we're looking at only a couple hogs alive, and that lava hound is going to very slowly pick them off. So there's only 2 hogs left, and there's only a couple things left, and the wizards are like, hey, let me create 12 lava pups for you, and the hogs are like, no, run away. And they get that last one there at the last second, man. 3 stars, man. Good job. 6-star war for you. I'm not going to show my attack. I just blew it away. First attack, 3 stars, man. Just going all out. Soul Deceiver on 16. So Soul Deceiver's like, well, hey, I'm going to try Queen Walking too. So how many healers do we have here? Hold on. I think it's 3. Let me just check that. Yeah, he's only bringing 3. I recommend 4. Recommend 4 souls. But he likes hogging, so we're gonna run hogs in this. A little bit different variant. We'll see how it plays out. I definitely would have gave this thing the Quake Walk Laloon for sure. But we're gonna hog it. So he's gonna send this queen in. And if we send the queen in on this back portion here, she's pretty much gonna be able to eliminate a lot of the double giant bomb connectivity things, and then adjust how his hogs are deployed. So we got kind of like a split hero thing going on, which is good. I mean, if you're gonna hog, I highly recommend a split hero. It's very smart. We're using minions, a couple wizards here to cut. Here's where things get interesting. So we only had 3 healers. Now we got 2 healers. Just 2 healers. Forces him to use his queen ability. He's only got a level 13 queen, so we don't have a lot of punishment coming out of here. And there are, even though like the expos and, you know, the air defenses aren't max, well, one of them is, but this is kind of a middle of the road base. I mean, look at this. The queen has barely any power, even with stuff hitting her. The CC comes out. The queen already dropped down to like 10 health. Gets the poison down, but she just cannot get her health back up. She's just getting hammered. Here, let's go live action cam, dude. Look at this health. It just keeps on going down. Goes down. He's starting his hogging right now. Goes down. What are we at? Like 100 health? 100 health, dude. I think it even gets lower than this. I think a Tesla pops here. And oh, there you go, the wizard. And then she's like, no. Probably at like 50 health, maybe 30 health at this point. And this queen just doesn't go down. Teslas are popping. We're trying to roll in here. We get the BK and some Wizzies, and he rolls in here. We got a quad Tesla configuration. We only got 2 healers. Now, if he had 3 healers still alive, if we would have adjusted maybe the flow of how she entered that compartment, I think her health would be a little bit higher right now. But he just surgically deploys his hogs from pretty much all directions. So that way if he encounters a DGB, he doesn't compromise and lose all of his hogs. And then all the hogs arrive on station at the Quad Tesla farm in the middle. And bombs are exploding all over the place. But he has it covered. And because of the heals actually stack with healers. So he's good. And his last remaining healer is able to top off all of his hogs through that mess with all the skeletons on him, and we got cleanup troops all over the board, which is funny because he kept hogs as cleanup troops, which is pretty non-standard, but it really helped him out here with that low-level queen. He was really cutting it close on time. I believe he beat this attack or beat this base in like 3 minutes and 20 seconds or something ridiculous. But there you go, guys. A 3-star. Man, couldn't be cutting it closer. This guy here, Kratos, he was really good. GG to him. Really well done. Good player on their end. He had a 6-star war, and I'm going to show one here from Venom. Let's see if it's this one. Okay, so Venom's like, how do I take on this base? You know, he wanted to use some sort of hogs or whatever. And I told him about this. I said, hey man, I drew this up. I looked at it. I looked at all the ranges here in like a minute. And then I took maybe 5 minutes of my time to map out just the initial entry and how this thing's going to flow. A couple minions here on the left, couple minions here on the right. After the archer tower is locked, she advances forward, and she doesn't have any options. There's nothing really there to really distract her, so she just pulls forward. Everything here gravitates forward, and when she gravitates forward, we're going to get a sweeper, we're going to get an expo. Actually, we're going to get both the sweepers, expo, and 2 air defenses, the CC. And look at this, we're getting free stuff here, man. Getting picking up Teslas, it's awesome. And the queen. And he told me, he's like, hey man, I'm not really good with the air game. And I'm like, just do this. You can't do it wrong. I do got a critique for you though, on the law loon portion, which I did not map out. But when you have 18 loons in the bag, that's 9 different sets of 2 drops. And when you can completely surround a base, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Now the BK, I didn't check him. I should have checked him. Now he's eating the poison there, which is awesome. And we still got the last trickle of rage, so he's able to be finished. But I should have checked him because he is a threat to the queen on these kind of attacks. I just wasn't paying attention there, but I think she would have got it done anyway. The queen actually stays alive here to the end of the raid. He starts his Lawlin portion. Here's my critique: is that the cone of fire on sweepers is particularly annoying. And you kind of want to engage them if you can at like a side angle. We're not really at a side angle here, that's why we're getting blown around, or just swinging the backside. So imagine if we sent the lava hound over the 4 o'clock position directly over that archer tower. The loons that could be dropped right behind it would be protected, and they would advance forward, pop the archer tower, pop that mortar, and then those 2 loons would swing in the back. And you can still do your 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock deployment, but those 4 loons would eat up that sweeper, and then it'd still charge you a haste, but you'd end up with a more efficient attack, which will pay off when the base is more maxed out. But there you go, guys. That's it, man. It's just a money play. It is what it is. We still got a hero in the bag. Boom, puts his BK down, getting him in for cleanup. That's about all you need him for. I mean, you can use him to help you out with the CC. Or maybe help you cut trash. I think I used him to help me cut trash in my war. I actually had him around if he wasn't on upgrade. But there you go. It's gonna be 3 stars for Phenom, and GG man on the 6-star war. Boom. And then we're gonna show one down here from DK. Like this attack. Smart play, man. So this base, I don't like it. I don't like this base. It's anti-3, crazy hogging stuff. DK usually brings it, using some golems sometimes with the quakes, so he gets them in. He's gonna drive these golems into this base, and he's gonna cover the double giant bomb possibilities. Now I don't like them near those 2 air defenses, the one at 3 o'clock and the one at 8 o'clock. I'm thinking DGBs could be in either one of these, and they're on the opposite side. So I don't know what's going on, man. We could have Teslas at any given point. I don't like it. I don't like this base. I mean, if I was a Town Hall 8, I'd hate to be hitting this base of hogs. But we only have 17 hogs in the bag, and then he's got 5 max hogs in the CC, the clan castle. Which is going to be interesting. I really wish Town Hall 8 could have max golems. I think it would add another level. I don't know. I mean, Town Hall 8, they're already kind of crushing. Never mind. Disregard what I'm saying, man. It's late. But he's putting his hogs in a little bit early there, but I think he was trying to wait for them to engage the golems and then put them on in. Because he is getting taxed a few. We got a hog here, gone. A hog here, there, gone. But look at that, man. He blows a bomb, barely eats anything damage-wise. And with that Tesla pop there on that other air defense, we know we're about covered. We do not have any more heals, so that's the thing. When you're quaking, you got to be really careful. So, boom. That last single bomb actually blew up a significant portion of our hogs. But with the golems and the BK running around in these bases, you're allowed wizards to stay alive, and you probably have a few hogs still alive at the end. And I think it's just really good. So we have a whole bunch of wizards that trailed off here on the south end of the base, and we're gonna have this base here cleaned up in 30 seconds. Smart play, Sometimes it takes that. I don't like this base, and it was pretty well broken down. Bringing the solution. 3 stars. Video's getting a little bit long. Got one more here, man. bring in the bring in the low guy. So Mills is like, I don't know how we're gonna handle this base. Well, we gotta let them know what they're dealing with. All right, there you go. Pull, pulls the CC, gives them the CC, and there you go, guys. We're done. It takes a minute and 30 seconds for these loons to run the base. and and that's it, guys. All right, man. Los Ocultos, good game. I wish they had really good bases. I just wish they had not the go wipers, man. Train them for 3-star hits. Anyway, they probably don't understand me. They're all Spanish. Anyway, good game. I had to do a recap of that one. That was awesome. All right, guys. This is Dan. Take care.